probably going to be here we go, and we're live. So yeah, we may have people popping in and out from different chats, different lives. It is Mother's Day weekend. Hello everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Um Speaking of mothers, I am joined by the lovely Andrea from my tarot
Hello.
tribe. This is the first time she's been a guest on my channel. So welcome and thank you. And it was actually her idea to say, "Hey, let's do Mother's Day," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, two lives in a row from Heather. Whoo! Who would have thought? so we could so we could thank this lovely mother right here. So we do have a couple people. I know that Septina from the Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracle says she's going to try to make it, and I just let her know that if we have time at the very end, we'll be able to pull cards because a lot of us readers have been noticing a pattern recently that people will ask for a reading and then they'll leave the chat. And then so when we call, they're not there for the reading. And then
Mhm.
that could have opened up a space for somebody else. And I know that there are multiple lives usually going on at the same time. But just in the event that you do ask a question, please be present. And if you have to leave, just let us know. And when you come back, if we still have time, we'll be more than happy to still pull cards for you.
Yep.
So Tangi is here. I don't know if you ever met Tangi. She had the channel Roman Biscotti.
I don't think
Um,
so.
so yeah, Tangi is now going by Tangerine Layla. That's actually her real name. So pretty darn cool. We got the Led Zeppelin and we got the Derek and the Dominoes. Pretty
Oh,
cool.
cool.
So she is actually listening right now, and she had requested a reading. Um, Looking to see if anybody else has popped into chat. Well, we'll just go ahead and we'll just for people who want to watch on playback, that's fine. So Andrea, tell people about you because I know some people are probably thinking, "Wait a minute, didn't I used to see her face and now I'm seeing her hands?" It's a whole
Yep.
different energy vibe she's playing with. So I'll be quiet now and I'll
Oh.
let her introduce herself to you. You are my guest, so I give you the floor.
Oh, thank you so much, Heather. Again, my name is Andrea. I did
Hi,
start
Michaela.
on YouTube in August of last year, so it's been almost a year now. I started off showing my face, and I decided to go hands only a couple of months ago. I'm thinking just myself personally. I prefer it to be more of the message and less of myself. So I like to just pull my cards and kind of give my messages that way. I do usually do a live stream every Monday. I'm calling it Monday Morning Magic. We just started the Mondays. I was doing it every day, but going through a little changes. We do four cards, and you can, of course, pick your pile by crystal or by the pile. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. I hope to start doing some giveaways more so now that I'm
Ooh.
already doing and those sort of things. But just personally, I was born and raised in New Jersey, United States, currently living near Richmond, Virginia. I'm a mother of two. I was a single mom for 7 years. I've been married for almost 3 years now. So I have a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old. So
Oh
I'm,
my goodness, you got your hands
yeah,
full.
a busy lady between all of that and my tarot channel. I'm also on most social media at my tribe tarot. So I try to really in my free time just connect with my higher self and the other side as much as possible. I'm very connected to my past lives. I am a historian as well. I have a master's degree in history, also a certified life coach, and I'm certified in tarot as well. So that's just a little bit of me in a
Certified in
nutshell.
what at the very end? You said
um,
yes.
Oh,
I missed
sorry,
that.
certified life coach, and I am also certified in tarot. The Center of Excellence is a
Okay,
wonderful institution. They offer a lot of courses, and
gotcha.
a part of me, a core of myself, is education. So I like to share the things that I find with you guys.
Hmm.
Center of Excellence. They're based out of Great Britain, and they offer a lot of courses that you can pay for that are cost effective and don't take a lot of time. So I've gone through quite a few of those and learned a lot about just esoteric sort of things as well as typical
Yeah.
general studies, but I like to learn. So that's a little bit about me and myself. Again, I'm at My Tribe Tarot.
She's an original Joyzy girl.
I am born and raised near Newark, New Jersey. So
Very cool.
yeah.
She's a fellow East Coaster, and we had a couple people pop in. Michaela Butler says hello, and Gerald from Tarot Stash is here.
Hi, Joe.
Let's see. Tangi says, "Nice to meet you, Andrea."
Thank you. Nice to meet
And
you also. I really love your name.
Tangerine, yeah, that's
Yep.
a badass name.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you get a chance, take a look. Tangi has created a new yeah. See what I mean? I can't talk. Tangi has created a new channel that goes by Tangerine Layla, and well, she'll post some fun little videos that she has made with Ben from another reader that's taking a break right now, but she's done some wonderful collaborations music wise. She'll put some fun videos up, and she actually caught a UFO in her skies last night, and
Wow.
she posted the video and some stills. So anybody get a chance, go take a look at that. That was
Oh yeah.
pretty darn cool. Um, and just looking to see if anyone else has popped in. And no, I'm so really quick. What got you into tarot?
Me? Well, I was a spiritual kid. I really was, and this is why I say I'm very much connected with my past lives. I had a tarot deck when I was in maybe the 5th grade.
Oh
And I
wow.
used to pretend like to play tarot with, my friends and stuff like that. So it's this, esoteric sort of things I was always kind of called to.
Mhm.
And then just later in life, after, experiencing things and going through my spiritual awakening, and really, I mean, having wonderful manifestation experiences, I kind of got back into it several
Mhm.
years ago. And the YouTube community has been wonderful with, accepting me in and helping me to learn, as well as, just meeting other wonderful people like yourself. And it's just kind of grown
Oh.
from there. But it's really something that's been a part of me my whole life. As
Mhm.
I have gone through my spiritual journey, which a lot of it really has been on YouTube, um, I, again, have been connected with my past lives. One of them was, it is almost emotional to talk about it because it is
Mhm.
something that I feel so
Well,
close.
only talk about what you're comfortable with.
No, it's fine. I understand. But just, I was a
I
teacher in
want
the
you to
mystery.
feel safe, and like all my guests, I want you to feel safe and comfortable. So if there's something that you don't want to touch base upon, that's okay too. Just putting that out there.
I understand. I don't want to be overwhelming. Sometimes I feel like my energy can be overwhelming for people because it is something that I get excited
Well,
about.
you be
So
you. And if people feel like they can't handle your energy, they can leave the chat. That's all I'm
you're
gonna
right.
say.
You're absolutely right. Thank you so much, Heather.
And
You're right.
Isadora just popped in and said hi, Heather and Andrea. So she's joining us. Thank you for being
Hi.
here. So go ahead and share whatever it is that you want to share, and be you. You know.
So, past lives. This is actually my last live stream I did based on this, and I went really in depth a little more about it. But one of my past lives, I was a teacher in the mystery schools of Egypt. I was an orphan child, and I have such vivid memories of this, the sights, the smells. It's been kind of with me my whole life. It never ever changes. And this is kind of the stuff that validates to me that I know that it's real. And again, as I've gone through my spiritual journey, things that I'm finding are things that I've kind of known all along. And it's just been more and more validating. But I was a teacher in the mystery schools of Egypt. And I think that that's sort of what pushed me to pursue history in this incarnation, in this 3D time space
Mm-hmm.
place in more of a traditional way. And going through that process, having the experience of student loan debt, not getting the income, not finding the job, being a single mom, just this experience in our society really again kind of pushed me even more so into these energies that I've been feeling all along. So that one in itself really I feel has given me a inclination to look for magic. That's really even
Mm-hmm.
what brought me to YouTube, to you guys in the first place. I'll never forget, right at the very beginning of my spiritual journey, I was sitting in my backyard one day, and I was just like, you know what, I bet there are people on YouTube who read tarot. I bet there are. Like that would be cool
Yeah.
if I were to find
I
that.
never had thought of it either,
It
until
just
one
hit
day.
me. That was a download from the universe. It
Hmm.
was like, go look for
Go take a
that.
look.
So I went,
Yep.
and now this is the path that led me here today. Again, there's quite a few past lives. We were talking about it with Gerald Tarot Stash the other day. The Nephilim came up, and do you remember that? And I was like, I had a past life as a Nephilim. I do believe that
Really?
yes, I remember so vividly.
Ooh.
So listen to this, and this is the kind of stuff you get on my channel. These crazy little stories. So
No, I love stories. That's
6 years old, about my family was doing construction in the basement, right? And this is what makes me think and why I love history, because there are theories that the Nephilim helped build these like megalith constructions, like
Mhm.
Stonehenge, the pyramids, these sort of
No,
things that
people
are
did it all by hand using chisels and
impossible. No, right? No, I believe I was one
no,
of these
no.
Nephilim, right?
Psh, psh, psh. No.
So 6 years old, someone was doing construction in our basement, and I heard my parents talking about how long it was taking. And it was one of my dad's friends, and he was downstairs, and he started to like come up to take a break. And I
Yeah.
guess as a kid, I was standing there, and the Nephilim part of my spirit came out, even as a 6-year old. And I told him, "What are you doing? Get back down there, you." So I think now my
Oh
karma,
my goodness.
a little bit of my karma now is I am very short in stature. I'm 4'11". So my husband jokes with me all the time that I have a 10-foot ego and that my Nephilim, kind of needs to sit down a little bit. And these are the sort of things that I pay attention to as far as my own energy and how I try to work on myself. Because I'll be honest, humor to me is something really that helps me. When I catch myself in that moment, and me and my husband are really close, when he can catch me in that moment, I am grateful for the opportunity to rewind and press play. So the Nephilim, that's one of them. Definitely had a Celtic pagan past life that is very influential, and the Egyptian in the mystery schools, the teacher. So, yep, these are energies that kind of help to really incorporate me.
Very cool. And as you were sharing your story, Allison from Aries Girl Tarot, she popped in the chat and she said she too was an Egyptian priestess. She goes, or so I was told, but I think a lot of us all came from the mystery schools that are doing the tarot now and that are coming into our
Yes,
power or reawakening and remembering. And
yes,
Gerald went ahead and said he's going to be dinner cook lurking. Um, but I'm going to kind of put him on the spot because at one point during one of my meditations, I had actually seen him as a professor. He had
mm,
like a professor's. Um, I know this is going to sound cheeky, but think Harry Potter. You know how you have the robes and everything, at like a professor. And I
mm-hmm.
remember sitting there, and I know other people were there. This was just a quick brief image, but I could see him look around instructing, and it was like almost like a split second, but it was enough for me to
Yep.
know. I'm like, okay, I reconnected with a teacher again from the past, and that's when I was starting to take his tarot classes that he offers for free on his channel. So yeah, and even Gerald's typing in, I was a professor. Yep, I had
I
seen
love it.
that.
I see.
So
This is why I love the YouTube community, so that we can come together and share these experiences, and not only validate them within ourselves, but validate them within each other. And I
mhm.
think something that I talk about a lot on my channel is a lot of us light workers, star seeds, and just really awesome people that feel these vibes have also, I think, had past lives where we've experienced a lot of oppression, and
Yeah.
even in this life as well, a lot of us, but not being able to really experience this part of ourselves. And that is something that I'm truly grateful and thankful for. I absolutely love being able to come on YouTube. And I use the word magic, that resonates with me. Not with
Hmm.
everybody, but
Yep.
I love being able to do this, because in the past, I mean, historically, you guys know this was not an option. We'll just put it
Yeah.
that way.
Exactly. And Allison said, Andrea, you have big, happy energy, which is very refreshing.
Oh, thank you so much, Aries girl. Excuse me. If you do have a
Well,
tarot channel, it looks like that. I'd love to collab
yeah.
anytime.
Yep. Aries Girl Tarot. She was actually my guest last night. Her and I
Oh,
were
really? I
doing
missed it.
our Friday hangout, and we were doing some personal readings and chatting. And Gerald said, agreed again. Yes, many times a professor, a teacher. And
Awesome.
what I and Aries girl, Aries girl, her name is Allison, and Allison said that's traditional dress for a professor, the robes and everything. But it was weird because what I had seen briefly was like an alchemical lab.
Mm,
So for me, I remember seeing like the lab and something to do with a couple symbols, and then boom, I was just like, oh, okay, I get it. So and also Allison
yes.
added, sure, a lot of us burned for it too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't burned, but something not quite pleasant probably happened to me. But I remember being, if I remember correctly, if my visions or my meditations are correct and not too because you know how you get into, so I'm just gonna step back and say Avalon. I
Yeah.
believe I was a priestess of Avalon. So I have to kind of be careful when I do my meditations because I have read, most of the book. I have seen the mini series and I have read some history. So sometimes when I go to meditate afterwards, I have to be cautious of what is actual memory and what is memory possibly influenced or
Right.
maybe reconstructed improperly because of, but certain things
Yeah.
resonated right off the bat before
Hmm.
you know anything. So but yeah, I totally get it. Oh, and Gerald said one of the subjects he taught in the past life was alchemy.
I love that. That's awesome.
So very cool. And I think too, and this is the first time this has jumped into my head, and I think it's because when you have other readers and they share their experiences, your certain your own personal truths or things that you want to share don't come to light or to mind because spirit's waiting for you to sit and chat with that individual. And because I'm chatting with you tonight, with something that you said brought something into my mind. And a lot with these mystery schools, um, some of them were very well. The magic and the healing and everything was done in light, but unfortunately, with the light you have to have the dark, and there was a darkness that took over like Atlantis and a lot of these other
Right.
places. And so you had the factions that separated. And I think a lot of us are reincarnating to hope. And what I'm thinking, I feel like hopefully, or the hope was, and I think the attention is most of us are trying to heal those lineages from back when the
Yep.
magic became for power over, for greed over, for the dark and the less not so, nice energies and entities and beings. I mean, because back in those days, we were openly conversing with, our ET brother and sisters,
Mm.
and we had that constant, connection. And unfortunately, because of the human race and how we were designed at we ended up going to the dark side, kind of like
Yeah.
don't go to the dark side, but without the dark side you don't have the light. But unfortunately that ended up, I think, helping destroy a lot of these past schools and civilizations. So we have had to really work on in past incarnations up until now, trying to heal
Yes.
that dark part of the past with the rituals and the sacrifices and things and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of it was done in light and love, and there was a lot that was done, not in love and light.
Yeah.
And so I think we're being brought back to start remembering and saying, okay, this was the past, it's done, it's over. This is how we can heal it, and we have to move forward.
I
So
agree completely, and it comes down to transition 3D to 5D. I agree and believe a lot of us are volunteers that have come to help the planet and the general
I don't remember
population with this
volunteering, but
transition. So many of us have been here before. It didn't always end, as maybe appearing to be as well or as
yeah,
ideal as possible. But here we are now, and it feels to me like this time is
yeah.
different. I truly believe that we're going to make it, and at the end of this journey, it's going to be different than when it began. I can't explain it, but I feel such positivity coming that I choose to focus on that. Of course, none of us are any more than human. I say that all the time, But like I said, when we do find ourselves in those places where, we don't want to be, it's up to us to bring us out of that. And not everybody has that, that ability to do that. We, standing in our authenticity, are working as beacons for other people who really just don't have the connection to the light that we do. So just us being ourselves is helping the world to transition and the energy of the world to transition. And to me,
Yeah.
that is so cool. And I'm again just so grateful.
And being a
I'm grateful for the
historian,
internet.
and being a historian, you can see history's replaying itself again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
And
it's
we're
the
at
exact
that
same story.
precipice again of there's the dark, there's the light. More dark magic is happening, more dark money and greed is happening, or it's being brought more into the light now. It's
Exactly.
being
That's
less
the
able to
difference.
be hidden. And so it's our jobs to try to, and it shouldn't, rely on, all of us, but the next generation's coming too. Like you said, we
Yep.
have to be that beacon. We have to keep saying, people going, oh well, look what they're doing, this isn't all so bad. Auntie, Jackie or whatever, twice removed, and my cousin, she's doing it the dark way, but you know what, I want to do it the light way. So you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's like trying to,
Alchemy.
exactly, trying to balance it out, but hopefully more that, you know the light comes through so we can start healing. So there isn't a need, for greed and, power over and whatnot. And I know this is supposed to be Mother's Day. Happy
Right.
joy, but
Sorry.
but no, this is, a conversation. This is what, like I said, Spirit was waiting for when the opportune time was right. And of course, Mother's Day is perfect because we are mothers. Whether
Right.
we've had human children, whether we are fur baby mamas like
Right.
myself, I'm an aunt. We're all sisters, aunts,
Mm-hmm.
mothers, you know, um, and so it's the feminine principle, and it shouldn't be celebrated on just one day.
You're absolutely right. I totally agree with
Mother's Day,
that.
mothers should be honored and respected every single day of the year. And there are some that, call themselves mothers that, really aren't,
Yeah.
stepping up to the plate like they should.
Yeah.
But that's where we have to kind of step forward and try to show their kids or those families around them, or possibly even themselves, that there is a different way. There is a much lighter way. There doesn't have to be. And so we just have to remember that now the divine feminine is re-entering the consciousness more. Um, I know Amy from, Mystic Rose made a post briefly, and I didn't get to watch the video yet, but I've seen this. You go to the stores, and I remember first learning about paganism, Wicca, witchcraft, the goddess religion, all that back in my 20s. Those books were typically maybe 5, 10, and they were way in the back of the store, off in the corner, and and until unless you went to a metaphysical store, which were not that many at that time. Now there's at least 3 to 4 in most major cities. I know
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo has at least 4 of them. And now going into my local Barnes and Noble, they moved them from the back to the middle, and now they're at the front,
Yes, ma'am. I've
behind
seen that shift as
behind
well.
the bestsellers. But then on the other hand, like what Amy was, I think showing in her video, and was this shelf, and there had to have been like 15, 20 plus some books that just said how to be a witch, how to be a witch,
Oh,
and so it's like there's the double-edged sword. Yes, it's bringing it more into the consciousness and making it more acceptable and easier for people who want to learn, but then on the other side is also emphasizing again the extreme of over commercialism. Where is this information coming from? Is it really, because I know books, even back when in my 20s, there were books coming out telling you how to cast spells for love against people, to love you against their will, for hexing and for, what I mean? It's just
yeah.
so there really is, again, like I said, we're walking that fine balance, and it's coming into our consciousness. And there's those of us that really kind of need to take the reign, and however they're able to do it. For some people, like with Gerald, he has 5 or 6 different shows during the week. Me, I can only do a couple, but he
Yeah.
reaches out and shares his gifts and his light in what ways he can, and I do mine through my few here. I try to do mine through my art, and then there are other people like with you and Juno. You like to do the mini readings in the morning. You prefer to have your hands. You prefer to let the energy express itself. You have people who prefer to share their crystals, and so there's just so much diverse, and it's what is whatever little bit each person can do adds to the light. It doesn't have to be everybody doing, you know, five, six, seven shows. I kind of got burnt out. So for me,
I
my
get a little too.
energy.
I'm not gonna lie. Every day is too much for me. I can't.
Well,
It
you
takes
got a
a
lot of
lot of energy to
energy.
do this.
So yeah, and so with all the energy you have, you know, you have the ability though as mom to be able to say, okay, I can funnel this much energy to the kids, and then this little bit here I'll do for
Dole it
my
out.
studies, my historian studies here for my channel, and you know the other things that you enjoy that you pursue. And I just want to jump in really quick. Ellen R popped into chat, wishing everybody a happy Mother's Day. Welcome, Ellen. Let me just go ahead and put you in, start your comment. Yes, for a question. Um, oh, and Gerald wanted to make very clear he is Ravenclaw and not Slytherin.
Oh, Hufflepuff. All day.
I'm going to be that renegade and say I think I'm going to start my own.
I love
What
it.
it
I
is, I
love
don't
that.
know.
Yes.
But you know what I've always connected to, and Andrea, I don't know if you've ever met Scott Spiritual Essence, but he does Akashic record readings, and
Ooh.
he did a reading for Allie and for myself as well, and it was so cool because he had tapped into a past life for me that had a being that was humanoid but was dragon like, but had wings but wasn't dragon but dragon like with horns. And that's so cool because when I saw the very first Maleficent, how they reinvented it,
Oh yeah.
and with giving her those beautiful horns and those big long beautiful wings, it was like the minute he said that, even now I'm breaking out into goosebumps. So
I
for
got chills too
me,
just hearing it.
that would be my house class. So I can't remember what her people were, because they broke off into in the second movie they broke it down into other different I don't want to call nations or species, but similar to all wings, but looking just absolutely beautiful. I just
What did you
loved
say?
how they presented that. But that would definitely be mine. So
You
let me
are
get,
no king of mine. I love that line.
yeah, very nice. But we did have a question now. Isadora asked about Easter Island, and so I know I think she's asking what our opinions are on Easter Island. I don't know, but I would love to go there. There's just something very, when I hear Easter Island and when I first saw the faces, I just knew something very mysterious, something very powerful was in that area.
So this is what like triggers the historian in me, and I
Go
absolutely love
for it.
doing research on this kind of stuff. I don't know specifically a lot about Easter Island, but that fits into the sort of energy of these megaliths and the Nephilim and these sort of structures and things that we can't imagine now, even how they may have been created, let alone moved and transported, these sort of things. So whatever that energy is, it seems like most of these places have a connection to the stars.
Hmm.
And again, me as a historian, I see that as history, just further back than what we have on the record of paper, because they say, of course, energy can't be created or destroyed. So if our bodies are animated by
Hmm.
the energies of our spirits, then our spirits are not only older than the history books, but older than this planet. And where does that leave us? In space. So
Yeah.
when I think of these sort of megalith kind of, structure sort of things, Easter Island, Stonehenge, the pyramids, these sort of things, they all have this connection to the stars. And it kind of brings us back to this basis that I think a lot of us are really connected to, again, kind of remembering and feeling our past lives. So, do I have all the answers about that? Absolutely not. But,
No.
you know,
Because so much is
I'm very
hidden
much
from
drawn to
us.
that energy of all of them.
And really quick, Allison says Andrea has the best laugh.
Thank you. That's
So
from my dad.
Allison
He
is just
passed in
really enjoying your
1998. So
energy.
always give
So
him
yeah,
credit.
we'll have to do a live, the three of us, sometime. Let me
I
know,
would love
Allison, if
that.
you're
Let me know
interested.
when.
They would have to be on the weekends, right? Because of your little ones in the evening. Evenings
Yep,
are not
unless we
good.
can do it in the morning. It has to
Well,
be on the
well,
weekend.
Allison drives bus for some little ones, so
Oh, I love that.
yeah, so that would be definitely something that we can look forward to on the plan ahead for on the
For sure.
weekends if Allison's game for it. And Gerald, if you two want to join, just let me know. I'm joking the way I'm saying it because he knows that I would love to have him on. We always have a good time when Gerald's on. He makes us laugh. And really quick, Gerald, I heard a lot of wonderful things about you last night and recently from people who say that you are an excellent, not just because you're an excellent reader, but you're very lighthearted. You're very kind. You're very gracious, and you don't hold things back. If you have cards and you're looking at going, oh boy, because you know how some people have
Mm.
cards and you'll look and go, wait a minute, oh that does in that one particular reader might try to off play and make them better. One Gerald will just tell you it like it is, nicely,
Yeah,
firmly, but like
I
it's
appreciate
a
that
no
when I
it's a
get
no
readings.
bullshit. Yeah, and like
Yeah.
Allison said, he's straightforward, genuine, and hilarious. Yeah, and I went through two fans trying to do the truth, so I gave that boy. I was like, I would do the fan, but my fans are all broken. So, um, making sure I didn't miss anything else. So, was there anything else you wanted to add, Andrea, about yourself, your channel, or do you want to? Because
Um,
we have three questions right now
no,
for
not
Mother's Day.
necessarily. We can go ahead and pull some cards. I'm ready to go.
Okay, so what I went ahead, we started with the collective. I'll include a fan group. Thank you. I'll be able to, I'll be able to hear it. So, while Andrea's shuffling, we're both going to be using tonight our mother. Well, for me, the mother of all mothers.
I
Because
love it.
just a quick little background for people who may not know, I was raised Catholic, and for me, Mother Mary was always the center of attention for me growing up. I would dream about her where I would, approach a statue and I would see her face move, a smile. So things like that. I knew that she was around me. She was real. She was. And as I got older, and I learned about goddess worship and Wicca and the ugly truths of patriarchy in the past. I really went through a difficult time because for my Christian friends or Christian family, me being pagan, but even though I still believed in Mary, I was still evil. And for
Mm.
the some
Oh,
pagan, most a lot of pagan people in my circle back then, how dare I call myself, a pagan, a witch, a Wiccan,
oh,
and still hold on to Mary? She's yeah. We won't get into that, but
oh, I'm
so
sorry.
I had to navigate that for quite a few years. But I love the fact that people are opening their hearts again. They're looking past, patriarchal belief, looking past things that were written that were not true, and so a lot of the Marys are starting to come forward. And there's one author that thought that perhaps the name Mary was kind of like a synonym for like priestess, like for a
Hmm.
goddess. And I thought that was kind of interesting too. I'll share that with you, Andrea. It's actually called the mystery. There's a book called The Mystery Tradition of Miraculous Conception. Her name is Marguerite Riglioso. Now, I don't necessarily connect with everything that she believes in, but she's done research too, history research. So I find it fascinating. So back on track. So Mother Mary is still a beautiful part of me. There's a lady by the name of Alana Fairchild, as you can see in Andrea's
Oh yeah, I'm shuffling
camera.
too. I have the same exact one. This is so powerful.
But Alana Fairchild didn't do the artwork. The artwork is actually Sophia McLeod, Shiloh McLeod, and she did incredibly. And I probably said her name backwards, and I apologize for that because she has a long three name. But her artwork is just absolutely beautiful. And I'm also going to be using the where's the top part of it? Okay, well, I'm using the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So while she is shuffling, hi Ivana. Ivana just popped in. Welcome, Ivana. Let us know if you would like a Mother's Day reading. Okay, Gerald says, which decks are you both using? Um, so again, the Mother Mary Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I'm not sure what other decks that Andrea will be using, but the other one for me, there's the rest of the box,
I'll show you
will
what is my
be the
turn.
Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And you said you're going to use the Work Your Light one too by Rebecca Campbell, correct?
Yep, I'll show mine. You go ahead. I'll show mine on my turn.
Okay. So the first card that I drew is Our Lady of Promise. And I'm going to go ahead and open up because, well, first of all, the promise of new life. Um, that beautiful blue, speaking your truth. When you speak your promises, you keep them. Um, that beautiful blue light also of healing, of calmness, of I just heard generosity as well, and I love the nest with the eggs. Even when the eggs come out, you are still within her nest. You are still her little eggs. You're being nurtured by her love, her promises that she's made to you of being there for you when you need her the most. And I'm just going to go ahead and find her card. Um, and so it begins each with a um, oh boy, she writes a lot. Her books are quite. So this is what I'm going to read for this card. I am being born anew. New life is awakening within me. I am letting go. Here, I'm going to just put us on the big so everyone can see the cards. There we go. And let me adjust here. I am being born anew. New life is awakening within me. I am letting go of the past. Ivana, does that sound familiar? Wednesday, Allison, letting go. Letting go of the past, and the past is letting go of me. I am free to love and be loved, to be all that I can be. Holy Mother Mary promises me new life and is guiding me to fulfillment of my heart's destiny. And the Rose Oracle card that comes with that is the Sacred Waters. Again, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self care. So she's reminding you
Hmm.
that she is there to nourish your soul when you reach out to her. She's there to replenish um, what you feel you lose. You know, the tears you cry, she collects. And that becomes, I'm sorry about the light and the glare, there we go. You know, tears, things she collects, becomes part of a sacred pool. And she's also saying at this time, make sure you get plenty of health, make sure you get plenty of rest. You drink plenty of water. Again, the water, and it's so beautiful with these cards. They're so layered in their images,
Yes.
but you can see the beautiful face right there um, of a goddess of a divine feminine, and the person right under there just taking that shower, that nourishment, and hydrating. Hydrating is so important, and self care. So this Mother's Day, Mother Mary saying, remember, I keep my promises to you and that I am there to help replenish you and give you strength when you need it the most, and to take good care of yourself health wise, drink plenty of water, and always make sure that you take care of yourself because if you can't take care of yourself, other people can't. You can't really be there for other people. You have to come first. And with that, I'm just going to send it right over to Miss Andrea.
Oh, okay, that was so beautiful, Heather. Thank you so much. So, again, I'm going to be using also, let me just grab my stuff over here, the Mother Mary Oracle. This is so powerful. When I think of Mother Mary, it's not, first of all, just a Christian thing. Again, I did also have that experience of, I'm biracial. That's my background. My mother's African American, my father is Hungarian. And in
Ooh.
church, I've, experienced racism. And that's really what sort of
Mm.
started us or me kind of looking at all of society in a different way, especially, how religion is formulated, because I went there with the intention of connecting with God as a child. And, I had this sort of experience there. So my dad was a light worker, starseed, this kind of spirit before it was cool in the 60s and 70s. My parents got married in the 80s, only 20 years after, biracial marriage became legal in this country. So this is,
Mhm.
growing up, especially as a historian, makes me think of these things. But one of my tattoos here is Let It Be. And this is for my
Oh.
dad because this is a song that,
Mhm.
was really special between both of us. When I find myself in chimes of trouble, Mother Mary
Here
comes
it
to me,
comes to
right?
me. Mhm.
So you said mother of all mothers while you were speaking before, and that was a drop from the universe to me. I wanted to pull out the Lakshmi Oracle. In my shorts, I pulled the mother of all mother cards twice in a row. So when you said that, it was like, get Lakshmi. So I want to do that one also. And then we're going to be doing the Work Your Light Oracle as well by Rebecca Campbell. Same artist, same person as your other deck there, the Rose Oracle, that created that one. So I just really like this energy here of Mother Mary. And when we do sometimes find ourselves in those situations, there is that mother of all mother energy available to us at all times. Again, none of us are any more than
Mhm.
human, but we do have the opportunity to reach out to that because what is it that a mother does? But hold space, right? When we fall, bump our knee, get sick, the mother is there, or, ideally to say it's going to be okay, regardless of what it is, right? So, just as you were
Mhm.
speaking and pulling your cards, these are the sort of energies that I was feeling of that compassion, caring, holding space, and just comfort, right? We're not going through the easiest of times, most of us. It can appear that we all have a lot of challenges that we're facing. But again, I believe that these things are taking us somewhere. There's a lot of
Mhm.
ugliness coming up from
Oh, yeah.
deaths, but once we see it, once we acknowledge it, we can deal with it and we can clear it away. And this is new energy for us, especially here in the United States. So just wanted to put that out there as well. And let's see, all of that being said, what we got from the Oracle. Our Lady of Divine Presence, right? Can you guys
Mm. Yep.
absolutely love this? Being divine in our presence, looking past what it is that we can see in the 3D into where it could potentially be leading us into the 5D, right? I don't believe, I truly don't, and I don't feel in the depths core of myself that once all of this is over, and this is not just regarding the United States, this is for all of us, for the collective. Once all of this is over, it's going to be a lighter energy. So let's
Mm.
go ahead and look at this one here. We got priestess energy. I
Woo.
absolutely love this. How are you being
Yes.
called to step up and lead? I love leadership cards. I say all the time, I speak to my tribe as leaders. We are beacons. So many people are so confused, and we're so just hyper focused on what it is that resonates with us. That is such a tool in our toolbox that I feel we really don't give enough credit to. So, priestesses, again, more divine feminine energy here, right? We got this. We absolutely got this. And we're here to hold space for each other as well. This
Yes.
is why I love YouTube.
Mhm.
And then Kamadiva, God of Love. So I want to look at this God of Love one here. I also did have a past life as a Hindu woman, and that's one that I've really been connecting with a lot lately because that one was really peaceful. I was able to just live, connect with my creator, worship for my entire life from an
Mhm.
adult young woman to an older woman, and that's something that honestly is that energy is a little newer to me.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I've had that, so I wanted to again just share that with you guys, holding space, just pure love and comfort, sending it from my tribe to anybody watching in the collective. But let's look at this number 14 quickly from the Lakshmi Oracle and see what it has to say. This one is pretty quick. This says, God of love, Kamadeva is a young, handsome, winged man who brings success in love and romance. As the god of love, Kamadeva stimulates sexual desire in both partners. He sprang from the heart of Brahma, and his wife is Rati, the goddess of affection, and he is attended by a band of beautiful nymphs. Kamadeva is traditionally invoked just before weddings, and his chief ally is Vasanta, the god of spring. Absolutely love that. Channeled message from Kamadiva. True love is eternal. And I'm feeling true love for ourselves and our own souls, our authentic souls, not these souls that, are not these masks and personifications that the dollars have pushed us to bring to the forefront. We're talking about the true love of our actual real authentic soul. This is what I'm feeling for ourselves, not necessarily another physical partner. All great marriages. And if you guys never noticed, I have 3 rings here. I bought one for myself when I got married because my marriage is a part of me. But all great
Oh,
marriages and partnerships are predestined before birth. It is always wise to seek information from a true astrologer or magic psychic person before embarking on a permanent partnership. So call on me for assistance in finding your divine star soulmate. So for those of you who are looking for a partner, we're getting a little bit of intuition here saying that you might want to reach out to somebody who is very much connected to their intuition in that way. And then the guidance from Kamadiva says, your true divine star soulmate is with you now or will be very soon. This means you're intended to be together again in this lifetime, just as you have been in the last 3 past lives. Awesome. Divine star soulmates are connected through the soul star chakra above the head. Abundance, a new flow of abundance is coming to you now, but outgoings will be higher than usual. This is a good time to relax and enjoy your life. For work and business, you got good fortune, seems to be your friend, and advancement at work is likely. Consider work as an astrologer, spiritual counselor, wedding planner, or celebrant. And I want to leave it there, but I think I do that a lot as well. Many of us who are connecting to these energies in this transition from the 3D to the 5D, I think very much so do have callings in the esoteric field. So if anybody watching is feeling that, act on it. There's no better time to start than right now. Universe told me to tell you that. So thank you.
wow. Nice. Thank you. And just, I want to iterate something. And I'm glad
Priestess.
and did make me think of, yeah, well, priestess. But I know in the beginning when I said, the mother of all mothers, for me, that's for me. I didn't want anyone to think that I was saying that Mary is the absolute mother over everybody else's divine mothers. That had not been my intention. So I felt like I needed to bring that forward and just share that wasn't me saying that she was the mother of all mothers for that's just for me. So I
And
just
thank
wanted
you.
to make sure I wanted to clarify that.
And thank you for clarifying that. I agree as well. If anything, I consider myself omnis. I say all the time on my channel, I don't believe that it's any of my business how anybody else feels that they connect to their creator. So I wear my cross ring, but all due respect to anybody and how they connect. So
And really quick, Gerald is heading out. Probably time for dinner.
bye. Have
So
a nice
Gerald, give
evening.
Jeffrey my love, hugs and kisses, and thank you for hanging out with us. And we'll see you on the next live. So our first, we have 5 that are starred, so that's where I kept it at right now, because we are at 7:48. Didn't want us to go too late. Um, I have the free, I don't have the free StreamYard, so I have to watch how many hours I use, and I don't want to make my guests go and get so drained. So I try to
Yeah.
be mindful and respectful of not just my energy, but mainly my guests as well. So Tangi, she would like a Mother's Day message from one of her guides, and their name is Riker.
Okay. Do you want me to? I'll take this one. All right. So let's do Mother Mary. This is for Tangerine Layla. Oh my goodness, love that energy. My last past life, I was a hate Ashbury hippie. So this absolutely hits home.
She says, I'm still here whilst cutting my backyard tree bush like a scene from a movie. So I'm thinking Edward Scissorhands probably.
Awesome. Tangy. Right
And
there.
Jules just popped in. Hello, Jules. Thank you for joining us.
Jules. All right. I got Sacred Union with more of this. Oh, More of this beautiful blue here. Absolutely love this with the heart chakra energy here flowing into the flowers and blossoming. Definitely am also feeling strong aura energy. This feels like this energy is all around you all the time, just really helping you to flower, to bloom, to grow. Um, I want to pull. Let's look at this book. I'm feeling just a feeling of completion, comfort. You got the 7 and the 3, which is number 10. Again, that is typically for completion. And with sacred union, it's feeling like you and yourself. It feels very much like you're really feeling close to your core. And Riker is so proud of you. The proudness that I'm feeling is almost the proudness that I feel as a mother for my child. It's not a pride like an ego kind of pride. It's a proud like a wow, I helped this come into fruition. Let's look at number 37 here. And these can be kind of longer, so I'm not going to read the whole one, but let's see what it says. I'll read the first paragraph. It says, this is a conflict occurring within you, and perhaps you see this reflected in your world. There are warring opposites trying to find a way to be together in peace. It is not because you're doing something wrong, it's because you're doing something right. You are growing. I will keep you safe. I will ensure you find the way by which all can function in harmony. Trust me as I guide you into sacred union within yourself and with the world around you. Do not give up, beloved. Harmony will find its way into your heart soon. So I'm thinking and feeling, just looking at this and looking at this card, reading this, the intuition that I'm getting is you're almost growing out of your environment here. So there is a little bit of discomfort that comes with that because, of course, our comfort zone is comfortable. That's why it's our comfort zone. But I feel, again, Riker is so proud of your progress and really excited for where you're going. And as again, you come closer to yourself, understanding that this balance and resistance that you're feeling it's kind of like the feeling that you feel when you're lifting a weight, right? It's not necessarily comfortable, but it gets easier as you go and as you practice it. So you're coming closer to yourself in this union and with yourself and outgrowing your environment and taking you to new places. Nothing to be afraid of at all in any capacity. This is your divine plan. And again, just keep going on your path. It's being poured into you the energy to complete this mission that you have here. So awesome. Well done.
Nice. And Tangie's like, yes. I'm just
Absolutely
going to
love it.
respond to Ivana here. So, Tangie, just really quick for me, this is perfect. Um, being because Tangie is connected with the star beings. She has past lives and DNA connection with um, ETs, along with her other earthly heritages that she has. And so the card that I pulled for you, Tangie,
Ah,
um, Our Lady of Star Blossom. There's the star. She just posted that beautiful image last night. So I think Riker was sending you a message last night, the UFO that you saw, and you're blossoming. I know that she's been trying to hone her abilities. We did a live last week where she was completely blindfolded, did not want to see whose names were in the chat, did not want to know the question, who we were reading for, just, just trying to hone her abilities. So very proud of that. And it's so funny you said you're outside, tending your garden. I got the wastelands, but the last thing on this card, it says tend your garden. So sustainability, slowing down. Health wise, I know you have to take things slow, but even during the rough times, the tears we cry, it create, the ground around us might be parched, but where we share our tears with the land, with Mother Earth, beautiful things grow. And it just says continue to tend to your garden. So your garden, and Riker's acknowledging that the nature notices she has a tree called Gaia tree in her yard, and so Gaia tree, she's acknowledging that the garden, trimming your bushes, they all know, your love for them, and they're acknowledging that. So thank you, my dear. Okay, let me. Oh, we have more people. Oh my goodness! I looked down for 1 second, and I'm like, oh, okay. We have Septina came back. Hello, Septina. We have Sharon from Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. Tracy Ralph popped in. Hello, Tracy. Um, and I don't know if I mentioned, but Lauren Hunsinger is here also with us. She's joining us. And Tangi said, beautiful readings, ladies. Thank you so much. And you're so welcome, my dear. So the next, let me just make sure. Michaela, are you still here? You are next. Just give her a few seconds here. No, you cannot come up here. Stay down. I have a cat. So, Andrea, if you hear me say, no, stay down. I have a cat who loves to join me live, but now is not the good time for him
Oh,
to be jumping up
that's
here.
fine.
So
Okay.
Michaela is here. Okay, so yes, Michaela is here. Thank you. And she says she would love a message from planet Mama Gaia. So she would love to have a message from Gaia.
Awesome. I'm looking over here at my decks. I have quite a few of them just to see what is calling to me with a message from Gaia. Let's do traditional tarot for this one. And
Ooh,
got Tazama African Tarot here. I love this one. This one was a
ooh.
little more expensive, but the cards themselves feel absolutely just velvety. It's such a beautiful deck, and the box is really gorgeous also.
I
So
love decks like that, that card stock. Oh, I love that. I wish
beautiful.
they would make more of them like that instead of so sticky.
Yeah, definitely. It takes a while for them to get broken in when they're not. But again, they are more expensive when they're like this. So you balance it
Yes,
out
I
as well.
know. I won't tell you how much I paid for a couple decks in the past. Ay,
Yeah, but I honestly I will say for the ones I have paid more for, I've never been disappointed. So and I'm sorry, what was her name one more time, May? Please.
Michaela.
Michaela. Okay, a message from Gaia for Michaela.
Okay,
Message from Gaia for Michaela. Let's see what
so
we got
Michaela,
here.
I pulled Our Lady of the Sacred Hearth.
Look at that.
And look how beautiful that is. And it still has nature too. So the hearth, it is still including outside nature and those beautiful fiery colors. So Mother Mary is sending a message, shared a message from Gaia because we're all part of Mama Gaia. And I am being guided to turn over here and okay. It says here, there are times on our path when we outgrow our old safety nets. Like a hermit crab that outgrows the little shell and needs to search for a larger home, we must endure a transition that can feel frightening, giving rise to many insecurities. Um, and they just, they continue giving more examples of that. Um, Perhaps we fear that we will fall back into old patterns, becoming smaller rather than trusting that we have grown enough internally to support ourselves. So, what I'm feeling like is that everything we need is given to us from Gaia. We are a part of her, we are connected with her, and what she gives us nourishes us our food, our crops, the water, the animals. She gives us everything that we need. And her message to you is while you have those moments of fear, just know that not to fear scarcity and not just in a physical sense of, physical nourishment, but spiritual, emotional, all the different levels of our being. Because all we need to do is just to go out there, put our feet on the ground, and talk to her, and she listens. And the other card that I got from the other deck is called The Bloom, and it's creations realize, right time, harvest, and celebrate. So, whatever it is that you might be working on or you're thinking about start working on, especially spring going into summer, her message to you is you're receiving these images, your inspiration. Go ahead and start forward with your creations. The time is right. Harvest everything that you have worked hard for, and to celebrate. Make sure you celebrate with her. So she's also letting you know that she celebrates along with you. And like I said, I'm trying to kind of turn the card, but that beautiful images of the blooming and just everything coming and blooming forth from you. So that's your message, and I'll turn that over to Andrea.
Hello, Michaela. While we were, Heather was doing her reading, I was kind of looking at my cards and doing my little stuff over here. I started thinking when I was even thinking about the tarot about the moon. And the moon sometimes can represent secrets to me. So I don't know if there was maybe something that brought into your sphere a heavier energy, person, place, institution. The word secret keeps coming to me, so I'm not sure if there's something regarding that. I just wanted to tell you I'm feeling very strong, divine, feminine energy of compassion, protection, and divine blessings coming your way very quickly. So whatever it was that happened, your spirit guides and ancestors as well. I'm seeing like a group around you, especially. I'm seeing like dawnish, duskish. I can't even say that, duskish kind of time. Really just kind of almost pouring just good energy on you. So I wanted you to be aware of that vision that I got as well. But this is why I pulled from the Moonology cards. You got a new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So I don't know, maybe this is something that had to do with a relationship. Libra gives that justice energy as well, things balancing out. It's if you are in a relationship now, it seems like the cycle that may have happened in the past, that's over. I'm not sure if it means, a recycling of a relationship or just a recycling of that energy. But whatever is coming for you now is not the same as it was previously. New moon, again, piggybacking off of Heather, again, is an excellent time to just really pay attention to your energy, what it is you're focusing on, and putting your intentions out there to manifest what it is that you actually want. And not, I'm not even using the DON apostrophe word anymore. We're not even going there. Focusing on what it is that we want with hyper focus as much as humanly possible. And then you got the King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords, typically representative to me of an intentional leader or strategic thought. And you got that in reverse, and we pulled that first. So again, this seems like sort of whatever that heavier energy is here at the beginning of this and moving forward into this new cycle of just really kind of pure love and compassion. So,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah.
I love doing these kind of messages. These are lovely. Let's see. I know she's here. I hope that resonated with you, Michaela. She says, "Thank you. This is perfect."
Oh, good.
And we're going to go right to the next one. Is Ellen R. And she says her mother's name is Eileen, and that was my nanny's name was Eileen. So my mother's name is Eileen, and she passed a long time ago when I was a child. So I'm assuming a message from her mother, Eileen. And Michaela says, "Thank you, Andrea. Thank you both so much. Very powerful readings. You're welcome. Thank you." And Ellen says, "I'm here." So, okay.
Sorry, I'm just looking at my decks over here. I want to
Sure.
see what calls to me. I don't want to rush that.
Me neither.
Yeah, let's take a minute on this one. Eileen,
I
Eileen.
know. I'm looking at my other ones too.
What are we going to do for Eileen? Let's go back to Mother Mary. That's fine. Mother Mary feels good. Where are you? Do you ever get lost in your piles? Like, like where does it
Yes.
go? Here we go. We'll do Mother Mary. That's fine. Eileen.
Can you have way too many
Oh,
decks?
I
Sometimes,
feel like I can't
yes.
stop. Do you want to go first? You can go first.
I'm still shuffling because I wasn't sure what if I was going to use a different deck, but Mother
All
Mary
right.
called me back to that one too. So
Let's see. Our Mary of the Whispering Heart. Okay. Whispering Heart. I feel like I don't have you ever heard of the term clairaudience? Clairaudience is when you hear things. So I'm not sure if you hear maybe music that reminds you of her. She comes through you absolutely, or to you through sound. If it's something that maybe even I'm hearing like birds chirping, something natural, Or obviously, when when you said her name, the first thing I thought was "Come on, Eileen." So if there's a song that you
Yeah.
had connected with her that comes on, these synchronicities, pay attention, because she is close to you and she wants you to know. I don't believe and I don't feel that on the other side they feel sadness or pain the way that we do, but I'm feeling that they can empathize for us. So even though she passed a long time ago when you were younger, she empathizes for the pain that you're feeling for her, and she doesn't want you to have that. And not saying, of course, that you should stuff down your feelings, but just saying that, she wants you to feel the comfort of her and not the loss of her. And this is kind of the whispering I feel that's coming through when you do start to feel sadness. Just know that she even is not, though it's not in the 3D, she absolutely is with you energetically. And I'm seeing, literally seeing her in the car with you, giving you a hug. So obviously we're going to be safe while we're driving, but if there's something that maybe you start thinking of her when you're driving, maybe you get sort of into a meditative state. Music is something that she uses to soothe you, and then she's with you as that at that time as well. And just with the number 2 here, also 1 and 2, she's I feel like almost a main guide for you. She's not going anywhere. So sometimes we have guys that
Ooh.
come and go, but she's not one of them. So just wanted to tell you that. Do you think we can do we have time for me to quickly read from there, or are we running low?
It's up to your energy. I'm good.
I want to. I want to just quickly read the first paragraph for you here. So let's see what she has to say, but of course, want to be respectful of your time as well, Heather.
Oh, I know.
All right. She says, I want to be close to you, my cherished child, so I dwell within your heart. From that sacred place, I speak to you daily. Can you feel my presence? I am the voice within that assures you all is well. I am the feeling in your heart that tells you it is all right to trust, no matter what appears to be. I am the knowing in your heart that every prayer you speak is heard and answered by me instantly. I am the joy and relief in your heart as you realize that your answered prayers are already unfolding in divine perfection. Listen for me and know peace within. So when you do feel that sadness, she wants you to reach within as well for comfort, and know that that feeling of comfort is her. Okay.
That's
Beautiful.
beautiful. And I want to add that Ellen said my mother was Catholic, so that is a good choice of decks.
Oh, I love
So
it.
that's why I was just like, no, I got to go back to the Mother Mary deck. And Ellen, I got Our Lady of the Rose Child,
Woo, look at
and
that.
there's Mom, holding you. And I'm going to read this, and but before I read that, just really quick, I also pulled from the Rose Oracle, and you said when you were reading the card about feeling the love from her coming through your heart. I got this card also, the Mystic Rose, and the
Oh,
rose is right on the heart, and it's coming out, and it's also another image based on Mother Mary. You can see the blue, whoops, the blue
wow, look
robes
at
and
that.
everything. So the grace, the compassion, the love, the humility. Oop, there goes the other card. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that really quick. So, Ellen, I have you are my rose child, born of agony and ecstasy. In sorrow and joy, I am with you, and you are growing. In darkness and light, I am with you, and you are growing. In death and new life, I am with you, and you are growing. Do not fear the darkness of life. It is necessary for your light to be made manifest. I am your mother, the midwife for the birth of your soul, and the defender of your heart. Surrender and trust in me. And I'm getting emotional over that
Oh,
because I didn't have a very good relationship with my mother quite a few years before she passed. So when I read beautiful messages like that from mothers to their daughters, it takes me back to when things were good. And so I hope Ellen, I mean, that's beautiful. That I felt that really deep. And of course, like I said, the second card was that, like Andrew was saying, the love coming from the heart. And there's also a beautiful rose blossoming over where her third eye is, where we reach our intuition, and just knowing that if you open that up and you blossom, you do feel, and I think, Andrea, didn't you say clairaudience?
Yes,
So that
absolutely.
rose blooming and opening up, the more you learn to trust and you learn to open up, you will be able to probably hear more from her and sense more from her because your gifts are blossoming.
Agreed. Absolutely. Spend time in silence because in that silence, you'll be able to hear more.
Exactly. So just looking here really quick. Lauren says, I am tearing up also hearing the message. So that was something I think a lot of us could, really feel. And I just want to say, Tracy said, I feel like you have had visitation dreams and you have a knowing with you of her always. I hope I am right with that because it feels beautiful. Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
I
So Ellen
agree.
says, yes, thank you, Andrea. These are beautiful words. So, okay. See, to me, this is what's important, doing lives and doing live readings, giving messages like that. To me,
Yes.
that means, sometimes more than,
This is
somebody
the
would think.
community. This is
Hmm.
the community. And this is why I love this so much.
So Lauren says she would just like a Mother's Day reading, please. So I guess we'll just tap into the divine feminine, the divine mother, and see what message she has for Lauren.
I have an idea. Let's do goddess power. The goddess power
Ooh, I
oracle.
almost pulled that out today. So you go ahead and you do that, and I'm going to look
I don't
at
know all of them, so
my
I'm going to
color
keep the
card.
book handy just in case. Sometimes they surprise me, but this is another reason why I love this. I love learning and I love sharing
There's
what
some
I've learned.
days when I do a live and I will have like six questions from people and I will use six different decks. I won't use the same deck again. It's
Yeah.
like certain questions and energies require, certain decks.
Yep. I've got them all lined up right here. Someone will say something or, yep. So let's see. What do we have here for Miss Lauren for Mother's Day?
And let me know when you're ready and I will put you on the big screen.
Uh, I'm ready. Sorry.
Okay? Don't
we
be
got
sorry.
we got Danu, assurance, more of this blue
Ooh.
energy. So in the past, to me, blue was sadness. Now blue is freedom. And you got the number 10 as well, which is completion. And as well, also some starseed energy here. It looks like it's being almost presented to you. So let me go ahead and pull. When I see all this blue, starseed energy, and number 10 for
Mm-hmm.
completion from the Pleiadian Oracle as well. This is one of my favorites. Heather, I get spacey. I love it. So
Hey, you're at the right place.
absolutely. So go ahead and just pull a message from Pleiades for you also. See what we got, and then I might go to the book. All this beautiful
I'm
blue.
new to star seeds and ETs, but I have Scott that teaches me. I have my Tangi that teaches me.
We're
So
all
I,
learning
I'm
from each
starting to get
other.
a lot of yeah.
All right, service number 7 and then number 10 as well. I love this card. I feel like again, as you connect more to your authenticity, you're connecting more to your intuition and feeling more from your past lives. Definitely feeling light codes for you as well. So you may want to look into that a little bit more. The energy around you feels really shifting. I'm almost seeing like Moses parting the Red Sea for you
Mm-hmm.
to be able to really dive deep down into your intuition and have fun and play with it. And as you're doing that, not only are you strengthening yourself, but you're strengthening other people around you who may have initially been resistant to these new kinds of energies. So let's look at this number 10, Danu, for assurance here. And I absolutely love that. It feels very strong and very
Mm-hmm.
solid. Look at this empowerment message.
Well,
The appearance of the Celtic earth goddess Danu, who gave birth to magic, portends the fulfillment of your desires and the fruition of your dreams. So make sure you're diving deep, dreaming big, right? We don't want little little dreams. We want big dreams. Whatever it is that you're inquiring about, Danu gives her assurance that you're in the process of becoming. Now is the time to trust that whatever you have planted, planned, and worked towards is being lovingly birthed. All you need to do is stay with the flow of events and be ready for your next opportunity. Everything has its perfect season, just as fallow ground carries the promise of new life that appears again in the spring. Look at this. We keep getting the spring. I've
Spring,
been
yep.
saying it's Christmas time that this spring was going to be huge for the collective. And we've seen a little bit of it. I don't think we've seen the end of it. So, anyway, just quickly, everything has its perfect season, just as fallow ground carries the promise of new life and appears again in the spring, as if magically bidden from the invisible to the visible. Danu offers her promise of grounded assurance. So yeah, just make sure you're having fun, stay on your path. This is your act of service, and you're gonna get there. Like quickly. It's gonna I feel very like a spark. Something is gonna happen for you out of nowhere, but not in
And
a long time.
Lauren said that she has been seeing codes while waking up from sleep.
Look
So
at
she's
this. Pay
dreaming and
attention when that's happening.
mhm.
Pay very close attention to your feelings. Again, here in clear audience for you. So, what do you hear when you're seeing those light codes, and how can you use your senses together in a new way? Play with that.
and
That was absolute pure intuition. That didn't come from Andrea.
also Danu is also pronounced Danu because of the being the Celt. She's actually the mother goddess of the Tuatha an
Oh,
ancient Celtic race that were known to have come from the clouds in their ships.
so I had a Celtic
Isn't that
pagan past life
interesting?
with Boudica, and I was actually watching something on Ancient Aliens about the origins of the Druids. And I can't say that because I'm not that familiar in this lifetime with
Mm-hmm.
Celticism. But I was watching something about that earlier today. So if Celtic paganism calls to you as well, or any type of
Mm-hmm.
just Celtic ancestry, then I would look into that as well.
That's wonderful. That's so
Beautiful.
cool. When I saw you pull her, I was just like, "Ooh, past
I
life."
wasn't familiar with her, like in this incarnation. I've never heard of her, but I will definitely be looking into more of that because Boudica is that's my Celtic pagan past life. I was Iceni also.
Oh, very cool. I think
Yeah,
we've all been in some sort of one way or the other for the different continents with multiple different, cultures, so that we can grow and learn, the differences.
absolutely.
So, really, Lauren, um, again, too, I'm glad that they chose May for Mother's Day too, because that's when things do bloom. That's when things are reborn, they're rebirthed, and that's the perfect time to have really, if you're going to have a Mother's Day, like I said earlier, it should be every day, but the celebration of May when everything is blooming and coming to life and being rebirthed. That's a beautiful time, and um, so your message from the divine feminine is, come to me, attracting like a rose, receiving abundance, desires. So don't be afraid to express or ask for things that you need help with. And it says attracting like a rose is that beautiful scent. Don't be afraid to, of course, we all have our healthy boundaries are always in place. But when you're around people that you're comfortable with, it's okay to blossom, to bloom, to open yourself up and share with everybody everything that's beautiful about you. And when you love yourself and you have that self compassion, that type of energy will attract like people to you. The dark will be repelled. Well, sometimes the dark gets a little attractive, but because your light is so strong and so beautiful and smells so sweet, like a rose, that will attract all the like spirited, that beautiful, um, empathic, loving, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's like I go to say it and then it's like I'm waiting for the next word. But that all encompassing love and light that is out there. Be that. Don't be afraid to express that. And your other card I pulled from my secret language of color. Oh, my cat. I don't know if you can see this. He decided he's going to force himself up. Lilac, strengthen your faith. So continue having faith in your higher power, whatever that may be. And with being May and Mother's Day, maybe renewing your faith, looking at the women in your ancestry, looking at the things that were their strengths. Let them reflect and mirror your own strengths. Look within and have that faith in yourself. Um, and in others. I know this is a hard time that we're going through right now with the way the world is. It can be pretty dark, but it's these cards are letting everybody know not to be afraid of their divine feminine, their soft side, their beautiful side, and having the strength of moving forward. Um, you have to get down now.
If
Say
he feels
bye,
the energy, animals
everybody.
know.
Yeah. Mozzie says, Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Love you, baby.
I
So there's my fur baby. All
love
right, off you
it.
go. So Lauren says, I have been walking in magic intentionally. I am covered in goosebumps. I love the reassurance. I will ask for assistance. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Okay, so we have one question, official question left, and that's from Ivana. And she says, Can I get a Mother's Day message from her guide named Alvana? That would be great. So she is up. So this is Ivana, but she wants a message from her spirit guide, Alvana.
I got you. Let's
And
see.
Ivana has been working and studying the Akashic records as well, and the Emerald tablets and all that. So a
Ah,
lot of that energy coming through. Yes, it's just I'm here. I see you.
I want to pull
um,
from the Beltane Oracle. I know technically we're not in Beltane, but we're not at Letha yet, so let's pull from the
well, still
Beltane
May.
Oracle.
May 1st was Beltane, so it
I
just
don't
seemed
know.
time to
I'm
celebrate.
a perfectionist and I'm trying to move away from that. So I'm feeling this energy and let's go with the Beltane Oracle for you. And then I do want to do Mother Mary for you also. But when I don't know, Alvana, she made me feel Beltane. So, and I just wanted to say also an exercise that I've been doing when I'm feeling heavier energies around people, I've been visioning them dancing around the maypole, right? We're all together as our
There you
higher
go.
selves, weaving together this beautiful tapestry of life as our best energy. So I don't know what made me want to say that. If anyone's feeling heavier energy around other people, that's something that's been
That
working
would
for
be
me.
me. I'm one of those. I'll admit it
Dancing
right here.
around the maypole. And even that sometimes gets me out of it because I don't want to start listing all the people that are in my maypole dance. So let's see for
I've
Ivana.
actually participated in a couple of those when we had open circles before I moved to Arizona, and those were
Oh,
so much fun. When
I
all of
would
our
love
ribbons
that.
start to get too short and we're bumping into each other and we're up and down and we're laughing and we're having there was nothing like it, you
You
know.
said bumping into each other and my cards fell. So, Ivana, I don't know if you're having
Ooh,
maybe some issues with, or what may appear to be issues with someone else. This is the energy kind of that I'm feeling here, but let's see what Ivana has to say. So, you got fertilizing number 10. Again, more and more and more completion for you specifically, but I think the collective as well. We're really coming into some new energies of just really feeling complete. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. And I'm feeling also, again, very strongly the energies around you. So, also, we got the Fire Festival with number 11. So, number 10 and 11 here. 11 typically representative to me of our intentions manifesting quickly. So, again, we need to make sure that we're focusing on what it is that we want and not the DON apostrophe word, right? What we do want, that's what we're hyper focusing on here. Through flame and through song, there will rise a new dawn. So definitely coming out of a darker, heavier time for you. And let's see from the Mother Mary Oracle, more of this beautiful springtime blossoming completion
mm-hmm.
energy. See what
Yep.
we got here.
Let's see. She said that I really feel that I'm wrapping things up and moving into new energy. 10 and
Awesome.
11 make a lot of sense.
Look at this, the ocean of rebirth. Absolutely love this. Where
Ooh.
is my book here? I got to read on this one.
I'm getting
Um,
tingles, Ivana.
Absolutely gorgeous. So the ocean again, there are lots of theories of thought that all human life began in the ocean, and we, as we crawled out
Mhm.
through evolution, this is what they teach you, science history. We got to this place that we are here now. I'm feeling almost a rebirth energetically for you as well, not just yourself, but again your environment, because the plant can't grow unless its environment is correct, right? Fire also is the best way to purify anything. I'm also seeing a phoenix for you rising from the flame. So you do have to go through that period of burning in order to get to that period of rising. But it feels like this ocean of rebirth is really going to cool off that kind of energy, and the smoke that's going up really, and I'm just seeing this very clearly, the smoke that's going up, kind of billowing up to the heavens for you, is it's absolutely creating a path between you and the etheric, the other side, that you kind of can go freely back and forth from. So it's feeling really just as heavy as this was, that's just as light as this is going to be. And you got the 8 and 2 again here. So again, the number 10, you have 10, 11, 10. So it's like completion beyond completion and then back to completion again. So let's look at number 28. And this is just the first paragraph here. I champion your growth always. I know when hard edges are best to be softened and when it is time for you to receive a reward for efforts made. Allow me to help you release a karmic pattern so that you can now be reborn into new consciousness. Allow me to help you heal your life from the inside, that the outside may change and reflect your inner beauty and spiritual light, as above, so below. I am bringing you assistance now that a force beyond your control may be softened and your successful growth assured. Gorgeous. Love it.
Beautiful. And she says that I really feel everything you are saying, Andrea.
I'm so glad. This, I swear,
She's getting tingles too.
nothing feels better to me. And thank you, by the way. I appreciate anybody who allows me to read for them because it feels right. But thank you.
That's awesome. And Ivana, just really so Elvana wants you to be a little more forgiving of yourself. Be gentle with yourself, she says. And it's right there on the card. Innocence, forgiveness, and being gentle with yourself. There's again the sacred, beautiful pool. And Andrea was saying that she saw like smoke or mist coming up. And what's beautiful here is that there's that beautiful like a mist or like a
Mm,
veil of mist, and it's coming up and around and
the
turning into like
water
rose
also.
petals, and it's holding you. You're resting there inside with it. So, and your eyes are closed in meditation. So, be gentle with yourself. You're really learning a lot. You're opening up, and I know some of us get really frustrated. Like I get it with reading cards, with doing my art. I want to get better, but I want it now, faster. When sometimes we don't get to where we were right away with what we're doing, we kind of get down on ourselves. We get frustrated. It's like, why can't? But she's saying, stop the madness. But I put that little 80s thing out there. Um, but she says, please just be gentle with yourself. She says, rejoice and laugh, have fun. I got the
Oh,
apricot. So there's that beautiful card. The sun's out now more. We're getting more vitamin D, vitamin K, getting out there, enjoying that. And the last one, fluorite, simply live. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're working at the exact pace that you need to. Have fun, relax, and just enjoy the journey that you're on with her and your other guides.
I love it.
Yes. So we are at 8:27, and I know that there were two others who would have liked to have had readings. Do you have energy for two more?
Honestly, I think maybe we need to save them for next time.
Okay. Alrighty. So Allison and Septina, definitely next time. So at let's see, anything else that you got coming up on your channel? Whoops. Let me do this so that
So
we're
Monday mornings, 10:30 a.m. I'm starting Monday Morning Magic Live. I will be live streaming every Monday morning at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time at My Tribe Tarot.
mhm.
So you guys are welcome to join me. I do free mini readings at the end of each live stream. So if you'd like to join me then, or also you can visit me at mytribetarot.com and leave your question there. I'm glad to leave read for it on my next live stream as well. So just mini, a couple of cards wouldn't be a full reading or anything like that, but I offer that as well every Monday morning. So love to see you guys there.
Awesome. And thank you again for coming. Ivana says she's shaking her head yes. She says everything you ladies said resonates. Have a great night. Tangi says this was fabulous, dears. Thank you. Hugs to all. Everyone have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the
Yes.
mamas, the fur mamas. and any other mamas that I may not even be able to conceive of right now, to all
Every
mamas,
spectrum, mama.
every spectrum of mama. So everybody have a great week, rest of your weekend, and please check out Andrea's channel. The link is below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.